Amber Alerts. In today's generation, many of us are aware of the problems with sex trafficking, kidnapping, and abductions. When someone has been kidnapped, civilians in that area are notified on their phones with an alert. This alert is known as the Amber Alert. Amber Alerts are issued by law enforcement as an emergency message when a child has been kidnapped or is in danger. According to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, nearly 800,000 kids are reported missing each year. 1 in 7 people are likely to be a victim of sex trafficking, according to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. This means that any one of us can be taken at any point. Did you know that since Kentucky started the Amber Alert system in 2001, there have been 16 alerts issued and there is a 100% retrieval rate so far? Alerts cannot be issued for each and every situation, but there is a very specific set of criteria that must be set before an alert is issued. Throughout this speech, I will be addressing how the alert got the name Amber Alert, how the nation uses this alert, and what to do if you receive this alert. So, how did the Amber Alert get its name? In January of 1996, a child named Amber Hagerman was riding her bike outside Arlington, Texas, while Amber was riding her bike, a man in a truck forcefully took her off her bike and moved her into his car. There was only one witness and he immediately called the police. However, despite more than 50 police officers and federal agents looking for Amber, they could not find her. 4 days later, they found Amber's body swollen in a rain jacket by a creek. After Amber's funeral, her mother decided to take action. She came up with the idea that if local media sent out alerts, just like they did with the weather, that they could also do the same for abducted children. Have you ever heard of an alert for your weather for a tornado or severe weather in the area? This is exactly the same idea that Amber's mom had. This alert would make a very loud noise and also tell individuals what is going on in the area. Amber's mom thought, why not do the same for children who had been kidnapped? So now you may be wondering, how does this alert work? Well, for an alert to be sent out, it has to pass certain criteria. When a child has been abducted or kidnapped, law enforcement has to confirm that the abduction has taken place. The child must be at serious risk or threat, and there must be a descriptive information of the child, the captor, and the captor's vehicle. That means like their license plate number, what the car looks like, and what color the car is. Once all of the criteria has been met, law enforcement will notify all state transportation and broadcasters in the area that child was abducted in. The Amber Alerts will then interrupt regular programming, and they will broadcast it everywhere possible, including regular programming, radio, television, and DOT highway signs, as well as internet search engines and providers. So, what can you do when you see the Amber Alert? Amber Alerts can happen out of nowhere, and it is really important that if you receive an alert, you read the information provided. If and when you see the adult vehicle and child that match the description, it is best to immediately call the telephone number that is given with the Amber Alert, or call 911. Once you have called the authorities, you want to give as much information as possible. Although it may seem like a long shot when trying to find a child that has been abducted, the U.S. Department of Justice program says that as of September 2019, there have been over 967 children successfully recovered through the Amber Alert system. Amber Alert cases have shown that some perpetrators do release the abducted child after hearing the Amber Alert as well. So what does this mean for the future, and what does this mean when you're in action? Amber Alerts are issued by law enforcement as an emergency message when a child has been kidnapped or is in danger. Each time someone sees this alert, they are reminded of Amber Hagerman's life and everything that her family has lost. Thanks to Amber's mom, many people now have the power to help families when their child has been abducted. It takes no more than 10 seconds to read the information on the TV screen or your phone. Taking these 10 seconds can really help somebody's family and help save somebody's life. Boom.